Over the last 50 years, ADB has supported developing countries in Asia and the Pacific by mobilizing more than $250 billion of investment. This includes more than 2 decades of work on law and policy reform, aimed at helping developing countries modernize their legal systems.
I would like to emphasize that judicial systems have been always a major force in shaping civilizations.
The LPR program works to build and support legal infrastructure. Those are the rules of the game that will encourage domestic and foreign investors to come in and start businesses, hire people, create living wages, raise livable incomes, and ultimately alleviate poverty.
The LPR program covers 5 principal areas: financial law, infrastructure law, private sector development, environmental and climate change laws, and inclusive growth. One important LPR program has been ADB's assistance to developing countries to achieve compliance with international standards in anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism.
And if countries do not comply with these standards, they would first be placed under the grey list and then eventually the blacklist. That means it would be difficult for financial institutions coming from that countries to conduct cross-border transactions.
I think Mongolia would be a highlight. We were able to advise them on legislative changes to the penal code. We got all the changes passed and they got off the grey list. So that was a significant milestone for us.
Since 2010, ADB has been working with Asia's senior judges and high courts to build their capacity to understand the complexities of environmental and climate change laws.
It was immediately after the first roundtable meeting in Jakarta, which was, of course, organized by the ADB. And on coming home to Malaysia, I established what we call the Green Courts, which are dedicated courts to hear environmental cases, to give emphasis to the importance of environment.
ADB's program regarding Judicial Academy in Pakistan, where the training some of our judges has been very helpful. And I think this law and policy program is really helping us understand how to cope with climate change matters. And it's also helping the government indirectly through us.
If there is any international organization that has helped catapult the role of the Philippine judiciary in promoting environmental justice, it has been the Asian Development Bank. And the knowledge sharing that comes from the regular conferences it conducts in Manila has been very instrumental in increasing awareness of environmental justice, not only by our members of the judiciary, but also by the bar.
Under the Environmental Law Champions Program, ADB has been strengthening the capacity of environmental law teachers and institutions through innovative Train the Trainers programs.
If you want to change mindsets, you have to start with the law students, the science students, because they will become politicians someday. They will become officials of government. So this technical assistance program is critical.
You cannot have any development unless and until you empower more than 50% of your population.
Under the legal literacy program in Pakistan and Afghanistan, men and women are being educated to prevent and combat violence against women. In the Maldives, service providers are being trained to support implementation of a new and groundbreaking gender equality law.
Work on the gender equality TA started almost 3 years ago, and it has taken that long to A, develop a law, and B, socialize that law and ensure that this is a law that is owned by the Maldives.
Working to reform policy, pass new laws, and change mindsets takes time, patience, and determination.
The people who participate in these LPR programs have an enormous passion for what they do.
Our job as development lawyers is to really strengthen these legal frameworks to provide justice in whatever aspect that we're working in.
It's something that is going beyond my work, and I feel enthusiastic to do my share to contribute to this generation and the next to solve this problem.
With ADB's ongoing support, the Law and Policy Reform Program will continue to lay the foundation for laws and systems necessary to make inclusive and sustainable development a reality for generations to come.